7:00 at night. Sun hasn't set. And it's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? She's like, well, what does Bigfork need? And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then
That's
she
a good
goes,
question.
an organic market. And as the words roll off her lips, an owl comes out of nowhere.
Come on.
It's true,
and
I
lands on the branch closer than your cameraman is to us. Like, literally like 8 feet. The closest bottom branch of this pine tree. And we're just speechless looking at it. And it's like blinking at us like, great idea.
And then it actually
Great
says,
idea.
open the market.
Yeah, oh,
Well,
absolutely.
that's what its eyes were saying. We're both like,
There's something magic when a person slows down and asks the question, what does my city need? And when that need aligns with your specific passion, almost always goodness awaits. And goodness does await you in Bigfork, Montana at Max's Market. Owners Chris and Jenny have created a space that is good for the soul. Good food, good drink, good atmosphere, and good live music. It's a place where you just want to be. It's warm, it's welcoming, and it's down to earth. In this episode, we catch some of that goodness in the conversation and some tunes played by Chris himself. So if you need a little nudge to start that thing you've been daydreaming of, or you just need a good stop near Flathead Lake, this episode is for you. Cheers, and we'll see you down the road.
Chris and Jenny, thanks for being on Roadcast with us.
Yeah, we're
Very
super
welcome.
excited.
It feels so good to be here in Bigfork, Montana. I would love for you to maybe continue to expand on maybe the genesis or like how Max's came to be and like what your kind of hopes were for it, and what it is now.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Chris was, as he said, he was a logger. He was a sawyer in the woods for 20 plus years, and
Wait, what was that last? A what?
a sawyer.
Sawyer. That's what
Timber
you call
faller.
someone who's
Timber faller,
felling
yeah.
trees. Fallen
Yeah.
trees.
Yeah, I was pretty busted up, pretty rickety.
From
Been
logging?
Injured a few times. And on top of all the other fun I've had, started taking a toll. And Jenny was working out of town all the time. And that heavy feeling for both of us as she drove down the driveway early Monday morning just got us to talk about what other possibilities were there. Because I was thinking, man, I'd always thought that I would, retire at 60 sawing and I'd be this legendary sawyer like my mentor who trained me, but I just, it's not in my cards. And
Well,
I have
also,
a 6-year-old who
Yeah, with Max. I
wanna-
mean, Max was 3 at the time
Yeah.
that we started talking about this, and Chris quickly realized he wanted to be a hands-on parent, and his body couldn't handle still working in the woods and mountain biking with his son.
yeah.
We knew we wanted Chris out of the woods and me home, and we knew we wanted to do something together and create something that we believed in.
Yeah.
Like, I was in aviation and kind of like no longer believed in what I was doing, and he still believed in what he was doing, but it was really hard, and we wanted to like do something together that we were passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it really did. It just came up very organically. We used to drive 40 minutes to get local produce,
Oh, wow.
and so that kind of came
Yeah.
up pretty quickly for us. Like, our community needs access to these beautiful products that people in our community
Yeah.
make that you can't get.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we just kind of started chatting about it. I don't think either one of us actually were like, yeah, this is going to happen. We're going to open an organic
Yeah.
market and music
I love that,
venue.
though.
Yeah, we were on our deck and
At our cabin.
outside, and basically we were talking about it. It's 7:00 at night. Sun hasn't set, and it's like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? She's like, well, what does Bigfork need? And I'm like,
Yeah.
And then
That's
she
a good
goes,
question.
an organic market. And as the words roll off her lips, an owl comes out of nowhere.
Come on.
It's true,
And
I
lands on the branch closer than your cameraman is to us. Like, literally like 8 feet. The closest bottom branch of this pine tree. And we're just speechless looking at it. And it's like blinking at us like, great idea.
And then it actually
Great
says,
idea.
open the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
Well,
absolutely.
that's what its eyes were saying. We're both like, and it sat there for like 15 seconds or
was-
so.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
You say that like central to like the vision of Max's, or just to you as people, is for everyone is music is central to well-being. You know, which is a pretty big statement to go like, and I think that's part of what's interesting about the space is you have a market connecting people to this beautiful organic produce. You see this need. Why is music have that kind of place for you guys?
Music's always been a big part of my life. From my dad's vinyl collection as a young kid, that I was pretty connected to playing saxophone in grade school through junior high, and then after high school I got my first guitar, and then shortly after met my mentor, one-armed guitar picker out of the Yak River country named Alvin Lane.
Come on.
Yeah.
His pictures are in the venue.
wall. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can see his missing arm.
So he changed the course of my life pretty much overnight. I was at a rugby tournament, and he and another guy, Frank Chavarini, were playing for the party, the music for the party, and so we started talking afterwards, and next thing you know, we're playing together over campfires, and then that led over the years to us duoing together, and so here I am, like actually playing with my idol and mentor, and he was in his 60s, just retired. Yeah. And so just then through him, I started playing with a lot of other people, and different experiences, connections, and it just started picking up. And so when we built the market, we knew we were going to build an addition, and it was actually a lot smaller. And it was going to have merchandise and all this crafts and stuff, and I thought, I'll just put a little corner stage, and I have this little Bose tower. We can set that up and have duos and stuff. It'd be great. And we had an architect draw it up, and something wasn't sitting right. Unfortunately, it took a long time with these different architects and draftsmen, and it stalled things out long enough for me one night to just shoot up in bed and go, we're going to build it bigger.
A lot bigger.
It's going to be a music venue, not merchandise. And she's just like, what? No. And I'm like, no, please. Just, yeah. So we built it bigger and put a stage in, and PA and
Love it.
recording and lights, and
It definitely has a soulful feel.
yeah. We've had some incredibly magical shows in there, which just is such a gift. Like last night, for example. I mean,
Oh, it was amazing.
Chelsea
Yeah.
Williams Speakeasy Band was here, and they, their lead guitar and singer his car broke down, and he took it to a mechanic next door, and he walked over here to get a cup of coffee, and here we got to talking, and he gets up on the stage and starts playing one of my
This
guitars.
is like in an afternoon.
Yeah, no one's here. He just plugs in and starts wailing away, and I was like, whoa, dude, like, you want to come in and play sometime? And he's like, well, I got these friends coming from
Oh, that's so good.
California and here and there, and maybe we could all play there.
Yeah.
I'm like, absolutely. So I didn't really know all that much, but it was like, here we go, let's do this. And then last night they just completely blew everybody that was here
Amazing.
away. It was just incredible. So stuff like that it's just
Just like on a Tuesday night.
Yeah,
And there's something
just-
about that, just being in the moment, being connected, like to your point of being connected to the
Yeah.
community, so that these serendipitous moments can happen, where
Yeah.
there's something there that's paying attention to what's right in front of your face.
exactly. Yeah.
And will you sing us a song later?
You
Being
bet.
an artist, you are an artist yourself, I should say.
Yep.
He just released his first album.
And you just okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
Morning Sun.
Morning Sun.
Yes.
And where can we find it?
Well, it's on Spotify and
Okay.
iTunes, all music platforms that I know of, and
Awesome.
Then
And it's at Max's Market.
Yeah.
And it's at Max's.
for those of you who still have
Come out
It's
to
not
Big
CD
Fork
players.
Got some. What are CDs?
Yeah, I know.
Tell us about
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Morning Sun.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of the songs on the album that I wrote about Jenny.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, we got a loud truck. Loud truck coming by. Well, we'd love for you to like play a song for us and maybe give us a little bit of a backstory on a song.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do
It'd be
that.
fun to have people experience the space.
So yeah, we have an old wooden boat, and
It's for sale if anybody wants it. Slight sales
Craigslist
pitch there.
ad 94972.
so yeah. Anyway, I took it out on the lake one night for sunset, and I was heading over to our cabin, and I was over by these painted cliffs where the Native Americans painted some of the rocks there, so it's called Painted Cliffs.
Yeah.
And I was checking them out. A pretty special, powerful place. Sunset, and then my engine blows up in the boat.
Wow.
Yeah, and like a movie, it goes from like kind of glass to still water to a big front came out of the north, and next thing you know, I'm in like 3 to 3.5 foot, approaching 4 foot swells.
Oh wow.
The boat's just getting rocked.
It's a 28-foot boat. It's a large boat.
And like inside the cabin, the drawers are opening and stuff's flying all over the place. And long story short, I called a friend to see if he could help me out. He saw the swells on the lake and said, I don't think I can do it. There's no way. And
Yeah.
now it's dark, it's raining, it's huge, windy.
And you forgot to mention, honey, he was like getting pushed close to
Cedar
an island called Cedar Island, which is all rock. So he's paddling on the swim deck of the boat, trying to keep it away from getting
jeez.
crushed into the rock island. that
So
he's
I'm
getting
kind of like
pushed into.
veering the boat. I'm not really steering it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I did miss the island by about 20 yards, which on a wood boat or any boat is incredibly close. And
Yeah.
so once I got past that, I was like, okay, got some time, and then I called Jenny, and she answered right away, and came from Woods Bay all the way down with our smaller, little tiny aluminum open bow, the 10 horse on the back, and she launched in the dark,
Save the
going
day.
into the swells.
Oof.
So she's taken all this water. It's pouring rain, so you can't use any light. And I didn't know. I couldn't tell where I was at. It was so foggy. I thought I was closer to the Wild Horse Island, and she was looking up down the east shore of Wild Horse, and I was out near more the center of the lake. So it took a couple hours, but once she got there, I knew I was going to be all right. And so, yeah, just had to get
What a
together.
story.
I knew if we got together, we'd be all right. So, yeah. She's
And you
my-
did write a beautiful song
I can't
about
wait
it.
to hear the
She's
song.
my morning
That's
sun.
perfect.
Yes. Story of the Salish is painted on the rocks a mile south from there. It's a straight shot, Cedar Island shoreline where the north wind goes. On my 26-footer, the engine blown, nightfall came, wind, waves, and rain. Fear was pounding through my veins. I called a friend up in Summers Bay. He saw the swell, he said there's just no way to take it for granted, could be a mistake. Things can change in a second. Out on this lake, there's only one person I know I can call when I'm down on my knees and my back's on the wall. Nothing for me she wouldn't do. Her courage and grace is deep and true. She answered my call on the first ring. Then she launched a boat we called the Blue Lightning. She started out into the night. Swells made it hell. Keep a boat right, I was yelling for her, flashing my lights. Nothing but darkness, and I feared for life. Just when I thought that we'd run out of time, she pulled alongside and I knew we'd be fine. To take her for granted could cost you your life. She was my morning sun after an endless night. There's only one person I know I can call
when I'm down on my knees and my back's on the wall. Nothing for me she wouldn't do. Courage and grace is deep and true. There's only one person I know I can call when I'm down on my knees and my back's on the wall. Nothing for me that she wouldn't do. Courage and grace is deep and true. There's only one person I know I can call when I'm down on my knees and my back's on the wall. Nothing for me she wouldn't do. Courage and grace is deep and true. Story of the sailors is painted on the rocks. If you listen to the water, you can still hear their song.
Maybe we finish with why Max's? What's behind the name? And kind of just the overarching goals that you see in the future for Max's Market. And
Yeah, I mean, I think right away we knew we were going to name the market after Max, Chris's son. He's just, I mean, I think for me, Max is like embodies everything that our market, we wanted it to embody, and hopefully it does embody. As you know, he's curious and kind and loving and really believes in, you know, from an early age we've taught Max about eating healthy and nourishing your body, not just with good food, but with good music and good people. And so he was very excited at a young age when we kind of started talking about this, and we just knew, like, it has to be named after Max because it's everything we love and everything we believe in.
it's a great picture. I
Yeah.
love it. And that curiosity and kindness and health, everything irradiates from what you guys are doing.
We hope so.
It's cool that, no,
Yeah.
it does. It's, even if you're just a visitor passing through, I've only been through probably 3 or 4 times, but you can feel it. So doing something right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. It's been really fulfilling and also really challenging.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, I always tell Chris that you know, I've always been a morning person. I've always woken up early to go to jobs and to do things. But I've never been happier to have an alarm go off than I am when I know I'm waking up to, like, support what we're doing and to support our community. And, you know, I think we both will happily work 18 and 20-hour days because we, like, actually believe in what we're doing. And
That says a lot. I mean, when the alarm clock goes off and whatever the little war is inside our heads,
Yeah.
and to go like, you know what? I want to wake up.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
get after this
excited.
stuff. Like, to me, that's the definition of success. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, if that's what it is, then
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's just, and it's awesome just to see people. You know, we cook for people and they love our food. We make them coffees and they love it. They like the music, or just seeing the look on people's face when they walk in, because we intentionally designed it to be a welcoming and beautiful space, not like cold and harsh like most grocery stores. And just seeing everybody's emotion and knowing that we're hopefully making their day a little better
yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
it's great. Thanks so much for talking with us.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.